Okay, good morning, guys. Happy Thursday.
Good morning.
I've missed this so much. Like Abby and I were
Oh,
talking, we've had on, several guests and so much happening. And we were supposed to have a show this morning, but um, after our guests were on Fox News and some legal things, we had to postpone for now. But I was like, Abby, we just need to come on, just you and me.
I know. It's been so long since we've been
I
on.
know.
I
I
know.
know. I miss this. So I'm so
I miss
glad we're
I
doing it.
miss our people that log on.
I know.
I miss Brittany Becker. Like I miss our people that are
He's
like
gonna love that.
constantly
Yeah.
on
I know.
and
And
I
I feel like I don't even want to think about the last time since it was just you and I, but man, a lot's happened.
I
Yeah.
know. I
When
know.
Abby and I get on, we rarely ever prepare about what to talk about because we always have ample material.
And today is no different. Today
Today.
is no different. I want to know though, like where um people actually I want to share this on my page, but I also want to know where people are listening from.
Yeah, let us
I'm at
know where you
home.
guys are at.
Obviously, I've got my big Mary behind me, so that's a
And I,
giveaway that I'm in my home office. I don't travel with this statue behind me, so that's
you're going through your security check-ins. I've got the blessed mother with me. No
got
one
her
come
with
near
me,
me.
guys.
Got my weapon. That's so
Yeah.
funny. And like because Abby's so I just have to brag for her because Abby will never like ever brag about herself or brag about where she's been or what she's doing. But like you've just been doing such huge things. And like, I mean, so last week was it last week you were with Tim Tebow and both of you were talking? And by the
Yeah,
way,
yeah,
and
yeah.
by the way, I don't I need to manage your page more and share. So your hubby sent me, he's like, look how gorgeous my wife is. Sent me the photo of you and Tim, which you have not posted on social media, which I'm like, what is she doing? It is
I
one of
know.
the best photos of you I have ever seen.
I hate
And
it. I don't like the photo. That's why I haven't
okay,
posted it.
okay, so I'm just gonna like secretly log in for you and post it and share it.
I hate pictures of me. Like I hate
It's so good. And
I
Doug's
feel
even
like I
like,
look like a hot air balloon in it. I hate it.
no, it's by far one of my favorite photos of you. And just people who don't know Abby, just people who know
Brittany's
like,
on. Brittany Becker. She's on. I knew
yay!
she'd be on. Yay. Brittany, we missed you.
Yeah,
No,
you
I
need to
hate
get
it. I hate the picture. I feel like I look like I
it's
literally look like a
you're
hot air balloon in it. No, I hate it.
you're ridiculous. You're ridiculous. It is one of the most beautiful photos. And I always say this, like when I get a chance is for Abby and for Doug's sake. Abby's husband is one of those men who is so in love with his wife. And how long have you and Doug been together?
16 years.
16 years. I swear, well, and I haven't even known them that long. So I can't even speak to like decades. But it's like just the way he speaks about Abby, he is just so in love with her. It's just the sweetest thing to see. And he's just like, look at my gorgeous wife. Like, I swear she just gets better over time. And it's like, so this photo of Tim. And so I wanted to say, like, people who just watch Abby online, and like everybody's always like, Abby Johnson. But she is like, Abby's just the most down to earth person. Like, when we're talking, oh, yeah, I'm going to the thing with Tim Tebow. Like, she says it like she's going to get groceries. Oh, yeah, and I'm like, but wait, can we talk about that? And like, Abby doesn't want to, it's just like, Abby's just not about herself in any way or the people she's with. What was the other thing? Oh, like Ron DeSantis. Like I'm texting Abby, like, oh my gosh, and Abby's like, well, I'm on my flight. Like she's just so low key. Like Abby doesn't upplay anything about her. So anyone who ever says, in which people do, but like no one can ever say you're arrogant or into yourself because you are one of the most humble people I know. Where I'm like fangirling for one of my best friends. Like Abby, please, just can we talk a little bit about it?
I'm like, let's not.
And Abby's just like she's so low key. I just can't even stand it. And then And then you're doing all these other amazing things in the March for Life. Then I'm fangirling over one of my favorite priests, Father Mike Schmitz, which I
Oh,
think
he's
everybody
so
knows him.
amazing. I love him so much.
Love him. His podcast with Ascension with the Bible in a year. It's like been number one or close to number one
I
forever.
know. I
Even with
told him,
knowledge,
I'm like, I just can't commit to like the whole Bible in a year. I'm
it
like,
is.
can
It's
we do like,
overwhelming.
yeah, I just can't. I'm like, can we do like a chapter of the Bible in a year?
So I've got to like day 31 and then I forget and then I like want to start over. It is
I'm like, I
overwhelming.
just can't. I remember like before I was Catholic and we would do like these like Beth Moore Bible studies and they're like
Mhm.
intense. They're like 6 weeks or something. And I'm just like, by like week 2, I was like, I'm out. I can't.
I
Yeah,
love
like I
you.
can't. It's too
Love
much.
you all.
It's just no. Like I can't. And then I'd go to the Bible study and they're like, "Oh my gosh, didn't y'all get so much out of this week?" And I'm like, I hadn't even
You go
opened my book.
first and I'll elaborate after
I
you go.
can't. I'm like, "Oh, y'all talk about it. It was so good." Tell me what y'all got out of it. I loved it.
And what's crazy is like you're highly educated. I consider myself highly educated, but it is like it's overwhelming. And that's where you also, other people have told me, no matter what denomination they are, like you actually have to continually seek God's wisdom and like pray for the Holy Spirit to like enlighten you. Because even the smartest person, like it's overwhelming. But what I love with like Father Mike Schmitz is, he explains it all after. So while I may not be getting a lot during him actually reading the Bible, he goes into detail after where I just soak that up. Like,
They're
oh,
like
okay.
pretty short, right? They're like all
Yeah,
pretty
they're like 20 minutes ish, So I
long.
try, so I try to listen to it at night and sometimes I fall asleep. And then sometimes I'm like, okay, I was listening, but I wasn't listening. Now I need to relive, and then I'm just like,
Yeah.
but yeah,
You know
so
what
you're
I'm
right.
gonna get? I'm gonna
Yeah.
get Botox right here. Why does this eyebrow is like so much taller than this
Okay.
eyebrow?
So now we're
No,
really gonna
your
have to,
eyebrows are even. This eyebrow is
well,
like constantly like
okay. So
I
you
think you
don't
can
look at
get I think you I don't need Botox to make mine up. I need Botox to make this one go down. I think it can do that.
Can we pull this eyebrow? I've never heard of that. But if you want to talk about Botox,
Look, they're uneven. Like this one's like like up, and this one's like normal.
okay, Abby, like, so let's talk about lines and stuff. That's not fair. Let's just skip over that because
I don't even care about my forehead wrinkles. I care about this eyebrow looking like it's constantly stern.
but you have it gives you that presence like that. Wait, let me see.
It gives
I
me
can't
like a
even do it.
people's eyebrow.
Right. Gives you that like inquisitive, don't mess with me.
I'm like, if I like overworked this side of my face, like I want to like just I'm like constantly like pull it down. Pull it down.
Wait, what did you say? Just
What? What was that? My friend, look at it. It's just constantly up.
I like it. It's just like part of your
It's,
signature.
I don't know. I don't like it. It's just up all the time. My friend's son, he has autism, and he's like, Miss Abby, you always look so stern.
That's true. That's true,
It's my
honey.
eyebrows. I don't know what to do with them. Or maybe this one
That's
needs to be up more.
and it's so true. It's part of your features because I'll never forget when Abby was here in North Carolina with me, and this is where like masks were absolutely mandated, like couldn't go in anywhere. Like Abby, full blown mask on in Target, she was recognized. Like Abby's eyes and eyebrows, it doesn't even.
They're
Abby could
very
have
recognizable,
Abby.
apparently.
Abby could be fully veiled and shielded, and people are still going to recognize her with her eyebrows and
I
eyes.
should be wearing like a hijab. Like just like
And people are going to be like, "There she
people
is."
be like, Abby Johnson? Is that you?
Is that you?
I know
So
those
funny.
eyebrows from anywhere.
I know those eyelashes and eyebrows. It's so funny.
It's so weird.
So, and then you were in Florida with like best governor ever,
Ever.
DeSantis.
He's amazing.
He just
And
seems,
really,
yeah.
he's like, he's so amazing. Like, he just stands up there and he's like, this is why I'm amazing. This is why Florida is amazing. This is why everybody should want to live here. Like, he didn't even have, like, when he gave his talk, he didn't even have like any like notes or anything. He just like stood up there and was like, this is why we're awesome.
Yeah.
Boom. He was so great.
I just like him so much. And Florida is like so many people are just moving there. I don't even know the numbers, but it's like they just have an influx of everyone's going there.
I know, it's like Texas, like everybody just moving like to these southern states.
I know. It's crazy.
I know. I only want them coming here if they're conservative, though. If they're liberal, get out.
Right. Well, it's so funny. Yesterday at the gym, I met this sweet new mama. Her baby's due in May, and she's a first-time mom. And her husband just moved here. In my area, North Carolina is a very conservative area, which we have a huge influx of people constantly moving here. But her and her husband just moved here from California, and literally, I talked with her for like 45 minutes. She's like, we're just really big conservatives. And we're afraid that we could even put a flag out where we lived in California. And like, you see so many people fleeing from California right now. California and New York is just, and of course, we love our people from California and New York. I lived in California for a few years myself, back in the day. But it's just crazy. And now we see another state, Abby, that's taking a turn for the worst. We've gotten messages from parents, is Massachusetts. Some crazy stuff is
all
going down
those states up there. Massachusetts, New Jersey just codified Roe. So like, even if the Supreme Court, overturns Roe, they'll have, legalized abortion. All these states up there, New Hampshire, Vermont, they're all like wacky. Hi, Rachel. We missed you. We've missed all of you. Yes. All of those states up there, they're just like crazy. Look at what my kids did to Mary. Look at this. Look at this.
Mary's drawn on. Well, I bet I can beat you.
What?
So, do you want to see Jesus? Jesus lost a hand.
He's an amputee.
He's an amputee. And our St. Michael up on our mantle, I have a picture of the Sacred Heart of Jesus and our Blessed Mother on the mantle. And I recently ordered the St. Michael, like, small statue, and KJ decapitated him. He beheaded St. Michael, the Archangel. I'm like,
I just looked back and I'm like, what in the world?
Poor Mary. Oh,
she has a big crack right here too.
We have, my Mary on our front porch. Do you guys have a Mary?
And baby Jesus is colored on up here on his head.
And her veil.
And Mary's colored on right here on our head. What is going on?
My Mary facing our house, both of her hands are missing. And it's just like we can have no nice things. There's just no nice things.
And Sharpie markers. I tried to find the Sharpie markers, and I swear they pull them out of their butt. I don't even know where they find them. Like, I hide them and they try to, I don't know. You can guess which one did the coloring. I'm going to guess it was Lucy.
Was Lucy the twin? And I shared it on our page when Doug videotaped. Was it you and Lucy singing in the back? Who knows? Someone's probably breaking something in the kitchen. I don't even know. I don't ask. The other day I had to do something important and I told them I need 20 minutes. No one come in unless someone is choking or bleeding. And then I modified that and I'm like, no, bleeding badly. If it's a little bleed, grab yourself a Band-Aid.
Yeah. But choking definitely coming. I've told you guys how neurotic Regan is with choking. Right. I think I told you guys how like crazy she is with just the idea of choking. Like
whole other level.
I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anybody panic at the thought of choking.
And I think every time whether we're on the phone talking live or I'm sending you a video message, like it's just part of my like, KJ,
I've
don't.
never been on the phone with Reagan ever in my life. I've never been on the phone with Reagan where she has not said the words, "Is he choking?" Never.
It's
He's
weird.
choking.
It's so normal.
I don't
that it's
know
so
if
weird.
she had like a traumatic event where she choked as a child.
Well, I did. A lifesaver in my grandma's kitchen, but I don't remember it. But weirdly, it wasn't traumatic. But I remember choking on a lifesaver. It must have been. But what's weird? Like I love all 5 of my children, but I was never. I think with my first, I was really weird, and then I got calmer. And you think with number 5, I'd be calm, but I'm not.
No.
I'm a weird. Abby's like just so chill with all her, and then I'm just a big weirdo.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. That's a choking hazard. That's a choking hazard. Oh my gosh.
Even when they're not choking, she's like, "They're choking."
That gets cut up smaller. That grape
they're
gets cut
not.
in 8 pieces. Oh my god.
I'm like, he has teeth, right? Like,
yeah, he has a full mouth, and I'm still like, something's going to happen.
Hey, Naisa. Naisa's on here. She works with me.
Oh, nice. And
Lori lives in North Dakota, which is one of the coldest places on the planet. I think one of the coldest I've ever been in my life was in Bismarck, North Dakota. Actually, that was the coldest I've ever been. And University of Mary is there, and they're like, "Oh, we want Grace to come here and go to school here." And I'm like, we would literally die if we lived here because we are not meant, our bodies are not meant for this kind of cold. And that was when I was like, they had a winter weather advisory on, and they said if you are outside more than I don't even remember what it was. It was something crazy. It was like if you're outside more than like a minute or something, any extremity that is not covered is in danger of frostbite. And I was like,
oh my gosh,
this is not my place. These are not my people.
Lord, I'm not
meant to live here. And I know that nobody is meant to live here. I know that nobody is meant to live in the cold. I know that to be true. I know that that is like a God prophecy that God gave to me because we were meant to be naked. Okay.
Right. I mean, yeah, absolutely.
God meant for us to be nude. And so if that's true,
our bodies don't have that
way that we were meant to be in the cold. Like the cold is from the devil. That's what I know to be true because we were meant to be buck naked.
I back you and support you on that 100 because let me tell you, and I see it's now going to be trickling down to Florida, North Carolina. Our area has been so frigid. Well, we got quite a couple inches of snow, and what's so crazy? Like 2 weeks ago, we got like 2 inches of snow here on a Sunday. No, I kid you not. Our kids did not have school. Well, I homeschool the rest. My oldest son goes to public. That's the only one in school. I homeschool the rest. But all the schools were canceled for an entire week, Abby. Swear. An entire week. Now, when I lived in Pennsylvania the majority of my life, what we got on Sunday, our kids may have had a 2-hour delay on Monday morning, but they would have been off. Get on the bus. It's crazy. But anyways, here in North Carolina, like Christmas Day, it was in the mid 70s.
Well, we were wearing flip-flops on Christmas Day. It was like 90 degrees here.
I was sweating outside, playing with the kids outside, sweating on Christmas Day, shorts, t-shirt. So like, that's the weather. It has been cold. This morning when I went to mass, it was 22 degrees. Like,
yeah.
Okay, it's time to get out of this. But I see finally our Floridians are going to start getting some of this. So what's it like in Texas? Is it not like this?
My dad said some cold is good. No, I don't like it, Dad. I don't like it, Daddy.
Dad.
I don't like the cold. My parents like the cold. They go up to like Colorado every year. They like the cold. They like the mountains. They like all that. I don't like it. I don't like it. Well, I like the beach. I like sand. I like the beach.
And then I always worry about the animals, like the cows and the horses.
They're
So
fine, Reagan.
they're not. They're
They're
cold.
fine. They're not
They're
cold.
cold.
Cows
It's
don't get cold.
so
They're
sad.
made out of leather.
I know,
That's
but
what we wear to keep ourselves
they're
warm.
they're still cold. I know it. I would just house them all the homeless children and all the horses and cows. I know they're cold. Oh my gosh. Because literally
They're joking.
They're joking. Are they cold? Are they joking? Little mother Regan. No, so I finished Yellowstone I'm gonna ask someone had asked me, Nessa had asked how I was feeling. I'll talk a little bit about that too. So when I was sick, I watched Yellowstone. I binge watched Yellowstone, and oh my gosh, it was amazing. It was so intense. It was like bad but good. But anyways, what state is that filmed in? It's one of those cold states.
Montana, I think.
Montana. But then I was thinking, like, when it was so cold and these cowboys were like taking their horses out in the cold, I'm like, oh my God, the horses are so cold. But like, and then the cowboys just have their cowboy hat and like a little leather jacket. I'm like, oh my God, I would have blankets and scarves.
A beanie.
Like,
I don't think you can wear a beanie and be like a cowboy.
No, but like I would be a sissy cowgirl because I just couldn't do it. But so I binge watched Yellowstone and
hold on, I'm getting a magic eraser.
So yeah, so someone said a magic eraser. Christine, who works with us here at The Real Deal Parenting, she said Mr. Clean Magic. We just did that. So KJ had, and this was with a pencil I couldn't get off. KJ now likes to steal pencils and go around to all our white doors and like really, and I thought I could just erase them. It's like a pencil. No, it must be our type of doors. We had to use the Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Wait, that's the thing. Maybe we're talking, the same thing. It's like this cloth.
Right, you're not even looking. I'm waving at you.
Oh, there's Don. There he is, Don.
I'm doing it.
I was singing your praises.
Oh, well, they should be sung.
They should be sung.
Are you actually singing? Let's hear it. Let's hear you sing.
No. Oh my God. So Abby, listen. I told Doug this morning when you were on your first call. So listen to this, and everyone can hear. So I have been feeling like moved that I should start like doing some of the readings at Mass, right? But I'm not ready to do like the weekend masses because it's so big. So I'm like, daily Mass. It's like me
reading.
I know, but like I'm fine doing this, but in front, so I'm like, okay, I should start to do the readings. And then like a daily Mass, it's just like me and the girls and like mainly elderly people. So I'm like, I should start here. And I've also been doing these prayers for humility and so forth. I'm like, okay, but at daily Mass, we don't have like an organ player. So after the second reading before the gospel, you have to sing Alleluia 3 times by yourself. Like Doug's like, sing it on the show. I'm like, I can't.
Just say it. Can't you just say it?
I think it'll get viral and you guys will.
Yeah. Exhausted looking mother tries to sing the Alleluia. So you have to sing like the Alleluia.
Yeah, do it.
No.
I have water on it, Kim. I'm doing it. It's coming off.
And so that's like holding me back from wanting to read, singing the Alleluia. Would you sing the Alleluia 3 times? Oh, it's coming off Mary.
It came out.
Okay, now you do the.
I mean, I think it sort of took the paint off, but.
Your keyboard?
Yeah, just my keyboard.
People are saying hi to Doug. Oh my God, who did that? Was that Lucy?
Lucy.
There's more. But...
Oh my gosh.
I think it's sort of like. No, it looks good. See?
That's awesome.
Now I got to do Jesus' head. And Mary's head.
See, you or Lucy could be the singers. Like you guys haven't the whole Encanto song down, which I shared.
Everybody commented on the keyboard.
I know.
They'll sound great and all, but let me keyboard.
I think I could do like a song at daily Mass. I could sing the Alleluia at daily Mass because nobody's there.
I know, but like I'm still so I feel like I should offer it up. I should offer my like uncomfortability and humility up. Just do it. So I'm gonna talk to the priest. See. And I'm going to ask him though. Can I just say it, Father? Can I just say like Alleluia?
You can just say it. You don't have to sing it.
But everyone sings it every day. So I don't know. We'll see.
I think you should try out here and list.
And people are going to be like, wow, Reg wasn't kidding. She really can't sing. And I'm okay with that. Like, I can't cook, and I'm okay with that. I can't sing, and I'm okay with that. But anyways, so yeah, Abby and Doug kind of helped me through my sickness. They were like my tough love people. So when I got the big C, which I knew I was going to get it, it's not I wasn't expecting not to get it. I was prepared. It was a matter of when, not if. So I was prepared. I had all of my things ready. So I knew at some point I was going to get it. But
I look like I'm doing something dirty down here. So people can see what I'm doing.
Giving Mary and Jesus a little bath. So when I got the big C, I didn't feel good my first 2 days. It was bad.
Regan
and so I was
dying.
What's that?
Regan thought she was dying.
It was bad. It was bad the first 2 days. And some
like, I've got all my children praying around me.
Yeah.
I think I'm dying.
I gave my oldest the priest number. I'm like, listen, you do not take me to a hospital. They will kill me there.
They will.
They will.
They will.
And then I'm texting Abby and Doug. I'm like, guys, I'm really not doing well. And they're like, Greg, you're okay. You have everything you need. You're okay. They're giving me tough love. They're like, listen, you're going to have natural immunity now. Because when they were sick, I'm like, guys, that's what I was doing to them, which they were like much bigger troopers than I was. But I'm like, guys, I'm so jealous. You're going to have natural immunity now. You're going to be in the best spot. So they're like, Greg, you're fine. You're okay. And I'm like, okay.
The only reason why I was like, she's going to be fine, and I knew that you were being a little dramatic, maybe, was because I've seen you get your finger pricked. So I knew that maybe we were being a little dramatic.
Hey, I will admit, so some things like the finger pricking just makes me woozy, okay? It just makes me woozy. I was on the ground. I did push out 5 babies.
Regan had to literally, she like fell on the ground after getting her finger pricked.
It was the idea. Like we couldn't get
it worked. Mary's head is clean.
Mary's all clean.
And Jesus' head is good. Thanks, Kim, for suggesting this. It worked.
There he is. There you saying hi, KJ? Yeah. No, he's trying to get it back in here. And I share too, guys. Talk about the miraculous. This is why women's bodies are incredible. And women are mothers, and women biologically could do these things. So when I was sick, I was still doing extended breastfeeding with KJ, and I was so sick, I just couldn't do it anymore. And I know many women who nursed through having the big C, but I was just, for 2 days, I just really couldn't. It just hurt to turn. Mommy will get you in a minute, buddy. There he goes. Okay, bud. See, he wants his nut. So anyways, so I stopped. And then so for a week, I'm like, okay, this is ending our extended breastfeeding. And then KJ got really sick. And his cough was so severe that it really scared me. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I didn't give him these natural antibodies. And I was like praying over KJ, and this little cough is rattling his body, but I'm doing all these other natural things. And literally it came over me. God was like, nurse him. Physically, it looks like there's nothing left. Okay. And I'm like, I just felt no milk, and I'm like, it's gone. It's all dried up. And I nursed him, and sure enough, it looked like it was physically impossible. He could get milk. And I'm telling you, within hours, his cough started to immediately calm down, and he was better. So it's like the power of that God gives us. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
Through even my milk, he was better.
Well, I mean, our milk is like amazing.
It is. It is.
It's like super power.
But anyway, so much better. And I'll tell you what, besides my prayers And we also, when Abby's family got sick, we had done an email blast. So guys, if you're not subscribed to our email, you need to be. If you just go to therealdealparenting.com, it'll pop right up for you to be subscribed. We actually had a massive influx of subscribers with some of the content we're putting out through there, because some of the things we can't share on Facebook or Instagram.
Oh, I have great news, by the way. I just did my podcast. It's going to be up for Politely Rude. And I had the guys from 7 Cells on it.
Yes.
And I asked them about giving us a discount code, and they're going to do it. They're going to make it live today.
Wonderful. So we're going to send that out to everybody.
Yeah. So we can put it on our Facebook, but the guys from 7 Cells. So if y'all don't know who that is, they have treatments, for the thing, and that we don't talk about on Facebook. And they have treatments, and they have a whole early treatment pack, and you can buy it. They compound it. They have a compounding pharmacy in Florida, and so they compound it there based on your body weight and your history and all this kind of stuff. And so they're going to give us at The Real Deal Parenting a discount code, all of our followers and listeners and stuff. So I'm really excited about it. And so they're going to make it live today. So we'll post it as soon as he texts me and says it's live, we will post it.
And I'll tell you what, Abby, and this is so you and I have been through this entire pandemic. Not even sure if I'm allowed to say that word without us getting dinged. So through this entire process, even though you and I, run our own businesses, so we're untouched there, right? Even though you do so many traveling and you have to, to stand your moral ground, you have to find different ways. But, we've been advocates for people who are being so wronged, right? Mm-hmm. But let me tell you, and I see so many other countries finally speaking up and their leaders apologizing, saying, you know what, we've failed you.
Yeah.
We failed you with these mandates. We failed you with saying these certain shots are going to do what they're not doing. We failed you. Their hospitals they're not packed because guess what? They're giving everyone packets of everything they need to isolate at home for when they're sick. Now, granted, many people have very few symptoms. God bless them. That's amazing. Some people, they're very severe, especially if they have other health conditions. Everybody in the United States right now, because I cannot speak to what's happening in every other country, every person, no matter what side you are on, no matter what your political beliefs are, should be outraged at what is happening to people, what is being kept from them, and the protocols that are being used, and the treatments that are being withheld to them. Yep. Every human being should be outraged. So because Abby and I, and this is what we're going to give you all and send you all, thank God Abby and I were prepared in what we had that helped us so much at home, that made us so, literally, when I took my first treatment, I literally got out of bed. I was like crawling to the bathroom before this, got out of bed, got in the shower, was not dizzy, I was a new person. And so what hurts my heart, I hate to see anybody suffer. I hate to see anybody sick. But so now everything that is safe, Abby, everything that's safe and effective has been pulled. I know in other countries too, but I'm speaking mainly to the US right now. Now how do I pronounce that? The antibody treatments, those are being pulled. Oh, because those work too. Oh, it outrages me. I just can't.
Well, anything that works, they're pulling it.
It's so again, politics.
They don't want us to get well. They don't want us to get well.
No. And that's where my blood boils to those people. Again, I don't care about your political party. I'm talking to just human beings that don't see this, that you think these people want you better and you think they're on your side. No, they have pulled every safe and effective treatment.
Yep.
And the protocol is what's killing people. It just, oh my goodness. I literally,
Well,
this
and
is
then
me actually.
they're coming out with this, like Pfizer's or one of them is coming out with this treatment, and one of the treatments is one of them is coming out with something. It's not even new. It's like an HIV medication that is like it's not even new. It's something that's been out forever, and they're acting like it's some kind of new thing, but it's not anymore. It's the same type of medication that that ivermectin is. It's not ivermectin, but it's the same like type of medication ivermectin is, and they're acting like they have discovered something brand new, but it's an old repurposed HIV medication that they're acting like they've come out with some new breakthrough. It's like, no, like it's not new. And then the other one that they've come out with is only I don't know which one is Moderna or Pfizer. The other one they've come out with is only like 50% effective, when ivermectin is over 70% effective. Like, why do you want to put us on? And it's $750 a pill. Like, why?
When ivermectin by itself, Abby, it was less than, and I believe I saw this from Robert Malone. Originally, when we could all get ivermectin, just, at the store, over the counter, so very easily for decades, it's less than a penny per dose to make.
Yeah. Well,
so that's just the thing. It's so cheap. It's not anymore. And it's safer than Tylenol. Yeah. So this is it's just, I have no words, and I'm praying. I'm trying to be, because I don't have patience anymore with these people that don't see this evil, but I'm praying for Jesus to open more eyes for people to see what's going on, because I'm going to tell you, if you don't have enough proof now, I don't want to say never, but what more do you need for your eyes to be opened on what is happening? And you know what? Even these other countries and leaders who have done wrong over the past 18 months to 2 years, God bless them for coming forward and admitting they were wrong. God bless these leaders for swallowing their pride, saying they've done wrong, and now giving their people what they need to treat themselves at home. Like, why? I don't understand. And, and now what I love too is now more and more, I swear every week more is coming to light. These doctors are talking about, who have been able to keep their jobs because they're fully jabbed. They're like, okay, they're looking around. I'm here at work. I have COVID, but now the new CDC regulations state I can be here. So now they're overloaded because they're short-staffed. They're treating patients while they have COVID, while all the other good doctors who are at home sitting on the couch, super healthy, who have gotten fired. None of it makes sense.
No, and they're speaking out, which,
yes, where they're even saying, come on now.
Is something. I mean, it's sort of like a little too late, like you should have been speaking out when your colleagues were getting fired, left and right. Like, now it's too late, but.
Right. So you know what? Give the people what they need to treat themselves at home that's safe and effective. And and what's so crazy, Abby, too? I had some people tell me, wow, that's so brave of you. That's so brave of you to take that while you had COVID. These are people who are fully jabbed. And I'm like,
not brave.
Wait, you mean,
like, it's just smart.
I'm like, you mean what I took that's safer than Tylenol? But you're doing all of that. It's just like, it's just still a crazy time. But anyway, so I'm super excited that we're going to be able to share that. And it is, Kim, you're right. It's all about money. It's all about power. I shared, after actually Doug's page, Doug on Tap, after he shared it, I shared it on my page. Like Pelosi, 81-year-old Pelosi wanting to run again.
Oh my God,
you know
she's
what?
running again.
Go spend
away.
some time with your children and your grandchildren. Go buy some mansions. Go have some people wait on you hand and foot. But no, it's about the power and the greed and the control. I can't.
Oh my God. Do you watch her video? She's like, when people ask me why I do this, I tell them 3 reasons. The children, the children, the children. And I'm like, are you nuts? Like,
The children? She's like
you,
evil.
I was
What?
like,
To harm the children?
I'm like, you literally believe in killing kids by abortion. Like, what do you mean the children? Oh my God. She's like insane.
It's backwards. It's so
Talking
backwards.
about eyebrows. Her eyebrows are like,
Right.
I don't know what she's
It's
doing to her
like
eyebrows.
Joker level of yeah. What's
Seriously, though,
happening?
how do I fix this? I think I'm gonna go
I
have
like
a
your
consult
eyebrow.
with
I
somebody.
like your I like your eyebrow
Go
extended
have a
like that.
consult and get this one jacked down.
Right. Oh my gosh, you're too funny. But yeah, so it's just, and I'm also glad, it's disheartening, but what's coming to light, what's happening in schools. And again, I don't like to say percentages or numbers unless I have the most current up to date. So I'm not going to throw it out, but literally by the week, more parents are pulling kids from public schools and homeschooling. Families who need 2 incomes are dropping 1 income and figuring it out so they can pull their kids from schools. Do you know what I mean? We're seeing that more and more because of how, especially the public school system is failing children and families in ways that are just truly, some of the things that are sent to us, Abby, we're watching and reading multiple times. We're checking multiple outlets to be like, wait, is this real? This is real? This is actually happening? It's just
bad.
It's bad. It's bad to where you just don't think this is real life today.
Or you think
It's
it
just
can't be happening. You're like, there's no way. Like this is
There's no
really
way.
happening.
And it's just we need to pray more. People just need to be aware of what is happening when every spot your children are at, that they're not with you. So yeah, and that's actually, guys, that's one of the things that we were going to have on the show. That I don't, and it's public, it's out there, because they did Fox News, but these kiddos being approached and groomed by teachers to be participating in secret groups, these gender identity groups, where there is no parental consent needed. And it's mind-blowing. So it's creating, we've just never seen this time of such a heightened, utter confusion amongst our children. And that's why Abby and I try to, I see other parenting platforms coming out with all this. I'd rather my child change their gender 200 times before they're 18 than this. Why are we trying to create this confusion for our children instead of helping them navigate their biological, identity? I don't understand. It's wild, just wild. Brittany, what did you say here? Maybe some good will come of this and doctors will start making their own small practices rather being run by sketchy corporate crazies. I'm hopeful too, sister. And let me tell you, that is already happening. I know, and we had on months ago, Nurse Erin, who was one of the first whistleblowers of the pandemic, who worked at Elmhurst and exposed of what was happening at the beginning of the pandemic. And she has gotten together with several other doctors and they've created their own practice. So I absolutely think that will happen more, as it's already happening now. Have you seen that too, Abby, where doctors who have gotten fired or who have just ethically, they've left their hospital, their practice to what's happening. They're starting their own things, so they're not run by these.
Yeah. I hope there's more of that happening. Like Brittany said, like I
think there
hope
will
that
be.
there's more and more that are going to start opening up those types of like private practices and getting
Yes.
away from. But I think the government's going to make it hard for them to do that.
Oh yeah, there will be something that comes out.
And I think
some
insurance
amendments.
companies are going to make it hard. Like I think everybody's going to try to make it
Yes.
hard for those doctors to do that.
That's why I feel like, and even here in my, like, you know, I live in the suburbs, but it's like trying to find, like, there's certain neighbors and circles of friends who are like, well, this doctor will do this, but you got to keep it on the down low. Like, it's literally trying to find out, like, if things go more haywire, you know, good Lord, which they probably will, like, you've got to have it's like good to know a farmer personally. Seriously, it's good to have a doctor on your side. It's good to have your good relationships with your pastor or priests, you know.
Yeah.
It's just, oh my gosh.
I just want to show everybody what I did to my keyboard with the magic eraser.
Wow.
I almost got all of that off. Magic erasers are amazing.
Maybe we need to reach out to them, Abby.
We need to get a discount code on magic erasers.
Seriously.
That's what we need.
Someone from our team, we need to do that. Let's partner with them.
I should be a spokesperson for magic eraser because I literally have Sharpie all over my house. So
we literally, and it's even like I said, KJ's taking like these deep pencils and going all over our doors, and eraser was not taking it off. But look at Christine on our team.
Working on it.
She's
okay,
she's our good partnership.
I don't know. Yes. I don't know why my kids are the way they are.
I said that literally yesterday as we're starting to wrap up here. Abby, I went into my kids' rooms. I was like on a cleaning, like just what's it called? Splurge, like where you just can't stop.
Right.
And when I think I have everything clean, I move a piece of furniture and I look behind it and I'm sickened. I'm sickened from like weird craft stuff to like a half-eaten Twizzler thing to packages of fruit snacks and muffins. I'm like, what? I'm like, the time that it takes you to get behind this and shove it there. What are you thinking? You people are gross. You're gross. You're so
Children
gross.
are disgusting. I just had to dig my magic eraser out of the trash because I just found something else. My mouse had Sharpie all over it. So I just had to.
Oh my gosh. Little children, they're just precious and blessings, but they are gross. They are just like, where have I failed you guys? Where have I failed you?
I mean, there's Sharpie all over my desk too, but it's not coming off. I just have to repaint it if I wanted to.
Yeah, I have a wood top of my desk, and Kelsey started to write her name, so I just had to write all the kids' names. So at least I have a little memento of all my children's names. Oh my gosh.
I think I could go around my house. Like Magic Eraser could come to my house and we could do like a promo video.
Let's video. Come on, before and after.
Like, let me show you how Magic Eraser works.
Let
me show you everything on my walls. I can sell so many Magic Erasers, like easy.
Literally, we need to find out those ingredients. Nessa, I have one teenager, 14, 11, 9, 7, 2. And yes, I don't know if you saw this. I shared this the other day. My brilliant Kelsey is 7, and she is either going to run the world one day or she's going to be in jail. Did you see when I had shared? So I have this rule: there's no food or drinks at my desk. Like, you cannot eat or drink at my desk, right? So anyways, Kelsey kind of got that ingrained in her head a little bit. So the other day she was trying to surprise me and bake me a cake. She was following the steps. She was following the ingredients. So she's bringing the mixer. She's bringing the eggs. She's bringing the vegetable oil all to my desk. And I'm like, Kelsey, for all that is good in this world, what do you hear when I speak? And she's like, Mom, you've never told me once I can't bake a cake at your desk. What? And I'm like, you know what, Kels? I'm so sorry. I didn't say you can't bake cakes.
Why would I have to say that?
Why? But she's so like snarky, witty that's Kelsey. And I'm like, okay, Kelsey, no baking cakes.
I want to smack you in the face.
Right. Like, really, Kelsey? And she's like, but Mom, you've never once told me that. So she's like the type, if she goes to a friend's house, it's like, no talking back, no spitting, no kicking, no anything. She will be the child that will do one of those things that I didn't list. But Mom, you never told me I couldn't.
You never told me I couldn't bite them.
You did, yeah, literally. So I just nibbled. Mom. She is that child. It's just wild. They're all so different. It's absolutely wild.
It's just
so
yeah, no, couldn't bake a cake at your desk.
Right.
I thought that was
I don't make the stuff up. The stuff we share with
Grace's room smells like ketchup. It just
could be worse smells.
Constantly smells like ketchup because she brings. Grace, we tell her body is by chicken tenders because she only eats chicken tenders. So she brings chicken tenders back to her room with like a pile of ketchup and then eats all the tenders, but then leaves the pile of ketchup. And it dries.
Sounds like
and then she has little plates of dried ketchup all over her room. And then the other day, like a roach crawled out of her room and she was like, oh my God, there's a roach in my room. And I'm like, yeah, of course there was. There's probably like a nest of roaches somewhere in your room because you're so flipping disgusting. And they're eating on your piles of ketchup that you leave in your room. Like, we probably have a roach problem in our house now because of your ketchup eating.
Oh my God.
Teenagers are so gross.
And then if it's like not on a paper plate and one that needs to be washed, like it just dries there and it's sickening. Yeah.
And most of the time it is a paper plate. So I'm like, just go throw it away.
Just toss it, right?
You don't even have to wash it.
Right. Right.
Like, just go put it in the trash.
I know. It's like, it's just one of those.
It's so easy. But
it is.
They just make it really, really difficult.
They do. The joy of children.
All right. Well, the good news is that we're going to be able to do this, I think, every week for a while because
yay,
I'm going to be home. So next week we can actually talk about like topics.
Awesome. I'm so excited. I just miss our chats, and people love this so much. And I do know people are always like, oh, Regan, I love to watch you. Well, I mean, yeah, but Abby, that's what I always get. Oh, but Abby, and I'm like, I know, I'm chopped liver. We know, we love him, and Abby's hot.
It's fun together. It's just fun to be together.
But it is. It's lighthearted, and we get to talk about all the things that people are going through. So it's good stuff. So if your schedule allows it, I'm ready.
Don't drink any water that anyone's hiney has been in. See, that's a good rule, Kim. She's a better parent than we are.
Right.
That's good. That rule covers baths, pools, other large bodies of water. That's good. See, that's good.
Yes.
That's better than just like don't drink bath water. That's good.
Right.
That covers.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So we need to learn tips from Kim.
Yeah. Oh my God.
She's clearly better at this than we are.
Right. Could help us with those specifications. Perfect. Well, we will be back hopefully next week, guys.
Yeah.
And then again,
I don't travel again until next Thursday.
Okay, perfect.
See, so I have all this time that we can do this kind of stuff in. So exciting.
Perfect. Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, all this time. Abby has 6 days without traveling. So, I mean, this is big time for her. So
it's big. I'm going to be like working on other stuff. So, which means I'm going to be in my pajamas all day. So this is my pajamas.
You deserve it. You need that.
Yeah. So, all right, everybody, have a great day. I'm going to be magic erasing my house today. So
Abby's going to be, stay tuned.
I found a new thing to do. So
a partnership. And guys, stay tuned. Hopefully later today, if not later today, tomorrow we will share it. But be subscribed to our email too, therealdealofparenting.com. So we're going to share some goodies, discount codes with you.
Yeah. For sure.
All right.
Okay, bye,
guys.